In order to help you decide how to best spend your hard-earned money, we're going to take a look at some DIY options, the costs, pros and cons in comparison to this new Harbor Freight off-road jack to help you decide what jack is best for your application.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be checking out the new Harbor Freight Badland 3-ton off-road jack, and since I have them we're going to be kind of comparing them to the Harbor Freight DIY 911 Motorsports jack conversions on this jack right here and this bottle jack right here. So we're going to go over the reasons why you might want this one versus this one. We're going to talk cost, weight, different kind of scenarios that you would use it in, and we're just going to compare them side by side. To start off, this is obviously a 3-ton jack. We got our big off-road wheels here, and we got our bolt-on jack extension that bolts onto the saddle here. Now this comes in at $299, and that is, in my opinion, a really great deal for what you get on this type of jack compared to other ones like the Pro Eagle. I don't have any experience with the Pro Eagle, and I don't have one to compare it to, so I'm not really going to talk about the Pro Eagle that much. I'm just going to be comparing to what I have. Now this jack is very heavy. It comes in at 70 pounds. So there's a reason why you have this big nice handle and these two side handles here, because it is super heavy. So let's talk about this Harbor Freight Pittsburgh aluminum 1.5 ton floor jack. So this floor jack by itself is $100. So this is actually a conversion kit from 911 Motorsports, and it comes with your jack extension pieces, your a new saddle here, your aluminum axles front and rear, and these big wheels. And everything that you see in this kit right here, including the skid plate and all the extensions and everything, is $235. So this exact setup that I have right here with this jack and this exact configuration will cost you $335. So this compared to this being $299, this jack setup that I have right here does cost more. And then we'll talk about this little bottle jack as well. This is a 12-ton Pittsburgh bottle jack. This has the $50 911 Motorsports conversion on it. So we have a weld-on top piece right here, and then we can utilize these extensions and saddles on the bottle jack itself, and it converts it basically to an off-road kind of bottle jack. And I actually went a little further and I made this base plate that the jack slides into. I have a video on both of these things if you guys are interested in how I put these together. So this bottle jack is what I take with me on the trail. I stopped using the actual high lift style jack and I switched to this bottle jack style. In my opinion, it works better. I throw it in my ammo can right here, and I throw it in the back of the Jeep, and it takes up very, very little room, and it's not very heavy at all.
Now that we've done a quick overview of both of these jacks, let's go outside, test them real quick, compare them to my super old standard style jack, and see what happens.
Done. Useless. Going back to the Badland jack, this one is designed in California and made in China. It says it right on the box, made in China, designed in California. But these 911 Motorsports off-road jack conversion kits are made locally here in the USA, designed in Oregon, made in Oregon, all local, all US made. It is expensive. Let's be honest. It is expensive to build this the way I have it here. Costs more than this. But is that something you're willing to spend your extra money on, supporting a US made small business? That's up for you to decide. I'm not going to make that decision for you, but that's up to you if that's what you want to spend your money on, supporting local US businesses. But this jack is an absolute monster. It is very well designed, very well made, metal super thick. I really like this tool. Your 10mm hex is built into here and stored in the jack itself. This extension right here has a mount, and then this screws onto here. That's really cool. I like that a lot. I like the handle. I like the wheels. I like everything about it, except for it being heavy and big. So one other thing of note is this spins. In my opinion, this right here is super huge. If you're jacking something up and you want to spin the jack, or you're jacking up an axle, a transmission, or whatever, and you want it to spin to a different direction as you're rolling, it's crucial to have something that spins. Just like this right here, it spins. I use that all the time. So when you go to this extension right here, this bolts all the way down, and you no longer have your spinning action on this, which I don't hate that, because if you're jacking up something pretty tall, you don't want it to spin, you want it to be pretty solid. So if you're going to be jacking up something that you want to spin, you don't want it super tall anyways. But that is one thing of note, that once you bolt this on, this no longer spins. But when you have this on, off, and stowed away in the back here, this does spin. So I do like that. It's a very nice feature. So we got this turned over. The bottom here, we have a full skid plate on the bottom, which is super awesome. It's going to give you that flotation in the sand and help it not sink in the mud. When you're jacking up stuff, it'll go down, you know, to here on the wheels, and then that's it. This is gonna keep that thing floating up on top for the most part. So let's look at this one, the 911 Motorsports kit. It has new aluminum axles here, is one of the ways keeps it light. Everything is aluminum rear axle right here, and tie-in piece, skid plate right here. This does help a ton, floated on sand, and it doesn't dig into the dirt, because most of the weight right here is in the front, but it doesn't go the whole way of the jack like this one does. Obviously that's one of the differences here. And this is aluminum, and this is kind of stamped sheet metal. You can see the stamp here. That's going to give it a little more strength, having this stamp in here. But this is thin sheet metal. This one is pretty decently thick aluminum, and I have never had any problems with this at all. I've used it in the sand, I've used it in the gravel, used it in the dirt, in the mud. This is the jack that I use every day. Okay guys, clearly these are both well-made jacks. I like both of them. They both work really well. If you're looking for a really heavy, really big 3-ton jack, this is your guy right here. If you're looking for a smaller, more versatile off-road jack, this 1.5 ton, it's perfect. And I don't know if you guys can really tell, but I'm going to throw up a picture of the difference in the size of these things. It is very vastly different, just so you guys know. This guy right here, I can use the 911 Motorsports mounts, and I have it in the tongue box in my trailer. I take it with me everywhere when I take the trailer. It fits in there perfectly into my Harbor Freight tongue box. It's a Harbor Freight one as well. This one does not fit in there, and it definitely would not fit in there. It's way too big. The bottom line is I can't tell you which one is better, because they're so vastly different. Even though they are in a similar category, they're totally different. I would lean more towards using this guy right here. This is, like I said, it's smaller, more versatile, but if you have something heavy you need to lift up, this one is your guy right here. So I've been speaking with Casey from 911 Motorsports. He is in Oregon, not too far from me. We do believe that his kit for the screw-in jack conversion, this guy right here, to replace the saddle, will work on this one. So if you guys want to see a video of me replacing the saddle on this 3-ton with the 911 Motorsports, that way we can utilize all of the really cool adapters and extensions that he makes, we'll be able to utilize on this. And if you want to see a jack mount made specifically for this 3-ton jack, leave that down in the comments as well, and maybe he will make one so that you guys can mount your 3-ton jacks in your trailer, in your vehicle, or wherever you're going to mount it. And if you guys are interested in 911 Motorsports stuff, he sells a lot more stuff than just jack conversion, plasma table, plasma stencils, jack adapters, different types of transmission adapters and stuff like that. He's going to give you guys 10% off your purchase from his website using the code MuddyBeards until the end of the year, December 31st, 2022. 10% off your purchase using the code MuddyBeards. 4x4, also have that link down in the description if you guys are interested in checking it out. Well, that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you want to follow me on social media, I am at MuddyBeards4x4. We got a website, we got shirt stickers, stuff like that, Amazon store, all that fun stuff. Until next time, guys, we will see you in the garage.